And that's what we do, we support each other, so we go to each other's stuff and shout it out. Yeah, okay, good. This is a very low, quiet. It's very quiet. I feel like, okay, am I doing something wrong? It's summer.
Well, we're sensitive.
Is it because I'm tired?
We're all tired.
Are we all in a good
It's intimate.
We're just engrossed. We're just engrossed.
I'm engrossing.
Yes.
You're engrossing.
We feel you. We feel you.
Tired. Okay, no, but I have to tell you, I feel completely energized being with you guys, so thank you. Thank you for distracting my mind from craziness, because I'm totally fucked, but I don't know if I'm coming or going. Anyway, that's what's up. Yeah, okay. I first met Louise Palanker a couple of months ago when I did her podcast, Journals Out Loud, which inspires young adults, children, and tweens to write and to read. Louise, I hear her phone. Louise, or Wheezy as she's fondly known. I love that. She's Wheezy. Somebody wrote on my Facebook wall yesterday, you have Wheezy? And I was like, how do you know Wheezy? Anyway, yeah. She is a writer, producer, performer, author in the arenas of radio, television, stand-up comedy, documentary filmmaking, and young adult fiction. Do a few more things, woman. Lazy bones. She's the award-winning author of Journals, Middle School Love and War, a book which has been developed into an app for the iPhone, iTouch, iPad, and iPad.
Wow.
Journals, the app, takes reading to a whole new interactive level by including with the book a personal diary that asks you questions, a podcast, and a social network for teens and tweens in which kids can interact supportively and receive advice from Louise about boys, girls, friends, bullies, cliques, parents, family, school, puberty, sex, love, and other complicated things like that. Wow. Scary that she had me on, isn't it? I did not curse one time. Not one time. I behaved.
You were perfect.
I behaved well with you. Let's not get carried away. Louise is currently directing and producing a documentary about the famed 60s family band, the Carousels. I saw her sitting in the ring. And they were the inspiration for the Partridge Family, for those of you who are too young to know. You know, you're that young? Oh, God, I'm so... Her first documentary film effort, We Played Marbles, Remembering a Stolen Childhood, explores the lives of Holocaust survivors. Carousels? Holocaust survivors. This is so interesting. The film premiered at the Santa Barbara Film Festival in 2007. As a co-founder of the creative director of Premier Radio Networks, the nation's largest radio syndicator, Louise wrote, produced, and or performed in over 30 radio programs and services while overseeing a department of talented writers, producers, and performers. Prior to founding Premier Radio, Louise was a writer and segment producer for PM Magazine, and then spent 3 years as the head writer for Rick Dees and the weekly Top 40. After leaving Premier in 2000, Louise launched a charitable foundation dedicated to benefiting children's causes. She combined her teaching degree with her love of comedy and began the Kids Comedy Club, a stand-up comedy program for children at Los Angeles area Boys and Girls Clubs. Through this program, Louise has been teaching and mentoring children for over 10 years. She was born and raised in Buffalo, New York, and since 1980 has lived in Los Angeles and Santa Barbara with her soon-to-be husband. No, I'm kidding. The very lazy Louise Palanker.